Hello and welcome to another video from Jerba Campervans. Today we're going to be taking a look at the water tanks that we fit in all of our standard conversions. As standard on the T6, we always fit our fresh water tanks on the underside of the van. This frees up lots of internal cupboard space and also helps to lower the centre of gravity of the vehicle for when you're driving along the road. Our standard fresh water tank holds 38 litres or 8.5 gallons and is located at the back of the van, roughly in a line between the rear wheels. If you've got a 4Motion van or have specifically requested an internal fresh water tank, then that tank will be located inside the van over one of the rear wheel arches. Which side depends on the layout of your van. With the Tyree or the Cromarty layouts, it will be on the driver's side, and with our Sana, Jura and Taranzé, it will be on the passenger side. Whichever tank you have, you'll always fill it through the same point at the rear corner of the van on the driver's side. Beneath the Volkswagen rear lights is a dark grey trim panel which we remove and reshape into our hinge door. Behind this panel door is our water tank fill point. Locating it here gives it a neater finish to the side of your van and also means that the fill point is much less exposed to the long-term corrosion from the road salt spray. In order to keep the whole system as sealed as possible, we have opted for a hose lock filler point, which has a one-way valve located directly behind, meaning water can only flow in and not back out. The system is as sealed as we can make it, which greatly decreases the chance of any dirt getting into your fresh water tank. To fill the tank with water, simply attach a hose to the hose lock filler point and turn on the tap. On the top of the tank are tiny aspirator valves, which will let the air out, and then once it's full, the water will also be forced out of these valves. Don't worry though, if the tank overflows, as it will simply spill onto the ground, nothing will overflow inside your van. If you have an internal tank, there will be an overflow pipe leading from the tank to the vehicle underside, so the excess water will simply escape that way. Again, don't worry, as no water can overflow inside your van. To check the level of your water tank, you will need to look at your Sargent digital control panel inside the van. Using the up and down arrow keys on the right, scroll down until you reach fresh water. The level will be displayed as either 0, 25, 50, 75 or 100%. Once the level drops below 25%, that means you've got less than 10 litres left. The panel will bleep an alarm. This is to remind you that you need to fill up soon. To stop the alarm, simply press the middle arrow key. To empty your water system, the best way is to simply run the tap and let all the water flow through. If you have a tank on the underside, there is a valve on the pipe leading from the tank which could be used, but this will only empty the water from the tank and not the entire water system. This is important as when the temperature is below freezing, the water pump and tap are the most vulnerable parts. If you simply turn on your tap and let it run, then once the water system is completely empty, the tap will cough and splutter as air is drawn through. This is nothing to worry about. When it comes to refilling the tank again in the future, simply fill the water tank via the hose lock and turn on the tap. It will cough and splutter with air again, but the Fiamma water pump we install is known as self-priming, and it will expel all of the air for you and the water will quickly start flowing smoothly again. If you're out in your camper van when the temperature is below freezing and you have a tank on the underside, then you always run the risk of the underside pipes, or in very cold temperatures the tank, becoming frozen. The pipes are very pliable, and if they do freeze, they will tend to expand and not be damaged. But the better option is to empty them first and avoid testing the theory if you can. If you do think that the temperature will be below freezing, then you may be better to take a separate 10 litre water carrier inside the van where the heat from you living will keep it from freezing. If you have an internal water tank, then as long as you're living in the van and have a heat source emitting warmth, then the outside temperature has to become well below freezing for it to affect your water system. We would always recommend caution, however, as an internal tank is only more resistant to freezing and not a guarantee. Remember that if you're not living in the van, then you must still always empty your complete water system in freezing weather. Left on its own outside, the interior of your van can easily dip below freezing. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video and you'd like to see more, please jump on and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next video.